I also, again, I don't know how many people are going to be there. It could
Fair,
be a
I
little
might
smaller.
forget, because...
It's also
These
fair.
might be the first vegetable chips I have actually enjoyed.
Oh, I love those things. They're so good.
Yeah, I'll just let you guys kind of figure out what's going on in the background. Hi, welcome to our weekly show. Somewhat delayed this week. That was unavoidable. There was some travel plans involved.
Sorry, guys.
Don't apologize.
You got to leave this beautiful
This
place.
This is casual gaming. We're not hard and fast.
She traded out this beautiful place for a significantly less beautiful, wonderful place. I'm not sure that was an upgrade.
I mean...
I've heard what happened to her during this trip.
Yeah. It was beautiful in some ways.
It was a trip,
The
though.
last 36 hours can just burn straight in hell, but that's okay.
Anyway, so we got some stuff going on in the background. Welcome once again to Casual Cactus and the Glassbreakers Guild, our weekly D&D game. Our weekly shenanigans. You're coming right in on the perfect shenanigans. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. And don't mind my players. They're being terrible.
Don't mind my players.
Don't mind my players. We are just a bunch of regular Joes that get around the table and play D&D, and we stream it so you guys can come along and have fun with us.
I am definitely not Decaf Joe.
No, regular Joe, high octane, high caffeine. Just a few announcements. We do put all of our video content onto YouTube. That's the URL. It's not a custom URL because it's a small YouTube channel. So if you go over there and search for Casual Cactus, casual with a C, cactus with a K, you can find all of our back catalog of videos there. You will find not one, not two, but 3 full campaigns. Well, this one doesn't really count as a full one yet. We're working on it.
Does it have to end for it to be a full campaign?
But we've got those up. We've got Danny running a monthly campaign strictly for our friends online. Not streaming that one. We're just recording it. Those are there. We've got some one-shots. We've got some additional content where we just sit around and talk about D&D because everyone loves to watch that. Plus a few other things. So you can go check that out. While you're there, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that. That will help us build that channel and hopefully get to, a custom URL so that whole string of letters that you saw can go away. In addition, we do run a Discord server. We use it mostly for communicating with you guys when there is a change in the schedule, like what happened this week. We are also very much engaged. One of the players that's not here at the moment, Kyrie, does creative streaming, and she has linked her channel to that Discord server so that she can make announcements about her stream and interact with people, share art, share writing, share music, anything artistic can be a part of that. In addition, we do have an in-character section on the server. It's not as active as maybe it could be, but it's there. So, go check that out as well. I think that's all I've got in the way of announcements. Does anyone else have anything that they need to know? In that case, this is the time that I turn it over to you guys for a recap.
Okay, great. I took very poor notes last week, so you guys just fill in blanks as you see fit.
Sure.
The one sentence that I had, because everything then just kind of went nuts, was we start with Winter Storm Alert Code Red. That was the initial thing there. So there is a large winter storm that blows through. We find cover in a cave, and then debate for a little while how we want to go about sealing ourselves in against the threat of weather. I think ultimately it was decided that we kind of half build a stone-ish wall or igloo style thing, and kind of cover up the rest with like sticks and branches and shrubbery.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the gist.
We use shrubbery as semi-structure for the wall to be built in front of it anyway.
Yeah.
Us a shrubbery.
Exactly. We have a shrubbery kind of thing, and a herring maybe, I don't know. But so we have our wall. We discover very unfortunately that the cave was formerly probably host to a family of owl bears that Killian attempts to talk to. And then at some point, because little baby owl bear is a baby and he's scared and lashes out, Mal tries to murder him.
I feel like this is some biased commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Semi-bias. So...
See me, your Danny is showing.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yes. So yeah, Mal tries to murder the baby owl bear. Successfully murders
No.
The baby owl bear did not die in that cave.
because you healed him.
He was still not dead.
It also wasn't Mal, it was the dragon.
No, you took the first shot.
Yeah, but I didn't kill it.
Okay, fair. So Ingrid
I wounded it.
carried on that.
I just
so
tried to kill it.
yeah. So there was a temporarily almost dead owl bear. Killian brought him back up and told them to go, and so they wandered off when they could have just been cuddle buddies. But fine.
I don't think that was ever on the table.
That was never on the table. This is the Glass Breakers Guild.
Housemates. Yeah, it's fine. We could have shared space. It would have been anyway.
Have you ever
I mean,
tried?
we sleep with
Have
an
you
owl
ever?
bear.
Have you ever
Not
tried
like
sleeping
that.
with a bear? I don't think it goes well.
Have the Greek gods taught us nothing?
Come on.
Zeus!
I'm trying to think. Oh, Simi got Mal's secret at some point, or at least she believes she does, and I think like Danny thinks this is the for realsies one, so that's good.
That's funny.
Well, you didn't try and roll a deception against my insight, so
That you know of.
that I know of. So she discovers that kind of the history there with Mal's deep dark secret, maybe. And I forget what instigated Ingrid to.
I can't
What
remember.
happened? What
Um,
was it that made Ingrid go, and then show everybody that memory? There was an inciting thing.
Let's see, you talked about your name.
Oh yeah, it was the name reveal, and because all that happened because Akarai looked shocked because he did not know,
Oh, okay.
He didn't speak Elven.
and then for some reason, you
Yes.
decided to do something.
I'm sorry, I think you directed at the wrong you. You decided to do something.
So,
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
so
I'm
yeah,
glad I have this prop now.
in relationship to Simi not actually really having known for a long time that her name was a racial slur and all of these different things, like Ingrid is apparently direct, like live feeding everybody the memory of Master Rosk.
Now, did I say that went everywhere?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Did I?
You
Okay.
said that all of us saw it.
Okay.
It was the very end, though, so if you need to
I would
retcon a
fact
thing,
check
I
you,
would
but
retcon it
the
now.
latest episode is not on YouTube.
Yeah, I looked so that I could take
No,
notes.
that's okay. Sorry.
No, I was just like I could check now, but
We gave
it's
him an
like
extra
Yeah, so
3 days.
about the
Everything,
YouTube, it's
man.
not always up to date. Sorry.
you try your best.
It's usually somewhat close, but not always.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
It was a weird weekend.
And I think that's it.
Yep.
I think
We're
we're
stuck in a cave during a blizzard.
Oh,
Yeah.
and we discussed Mal's people.
Oh
and
right.
Killian decided he was going to try
The
and use
uses
them
of the
as-
verbs.
Right.
The uses of the verb slavery should be replaced with the verb of the use of
Vassal.
vassal.
Which Simi is still not hot on, but it's at least
We are a race of assholes. I mean vassals.
Indentured
Race of
servitude.
tassels?
Where's the poker chips? I don't think he can. Oh my!
it's fine.
Eyesight-
It's fine.
My eyesight is getting worse.
I would say it's a
every
Monday.
day.
Except it's not. Although I have had a week of
I had a
Mondays.
good day today. The box delivery guy brought us donuts, so I don't know what I'm complaining about.
I take that back. I had a good day yesterday. So Tuesday was not a Monday. Wednesday was a Monday. So
Monday was enough Mondays
Mon-
to cover me for like the rest of the
yeah.
week.
And
Yeah,
then there
Monday
that.
was not a good day.
Thank you, poser.
Thank you,
Hey, thank you. We're going to do the glass shattering intro this week.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Need to work on a longer stinger intro anyway.
Well, you have music.
Yeah, but you gotta have
Films
something
and
to go
footage.
with. Of what?
That's what we got to
Of
work
Danny
on, but
dancing.
we will deal with that later.
That's how we get all the views.
Okay.
Danny dancing?
We would have to shut off the comments.
We'll have Braden be shirtless in the back.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that might break terms of service.
No,
Not you.
no, male nipples apparently are not a big deal. Which makes
I am not that great in fit of shape.
I don't think
So
terms of service
one-
say
one
you
might-
have to be in shape.
One might construe.
Okay. Okay. We're I'm gonna stop and pull you back
Put him in.
onto the railroad tracks I've got you guys on right now. Okay. So
Right, we're playing D&D.
we are playing D&D. We are playing D&D. We're not talking about video intros that may or may not have been shot yet. Have
Or
not been shot yet.
may or may not involve Braden's nipples.
I'm not comfortable with this arrangement.
And we're back.
I don't remember this in my contract.
Okay. So
Nipples, nipples, nipples.
we are picking up.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just.
This is more chaotic than last
Revoke.
week.
I'm gonna have to revoke your speaking privilege.
Natalie, Natalie, if
long
you're
week.
watching, we need you to come take care of your husband. He's misbehaving again.
Your next. So the next time you die, you will be reincarnated as a kinku who cannot speak.
Oh, but all the noises I'll make.
Oh yeah. You should know
Anyway.
better.
No, you can
That's
go the
not
other
important.
direction.
Oh.
You can't give him something that he'll annoy us with sounds. Knowing him, he will find an app that can be a
Have it.
soundboard.
I already have it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we're gonna pick up basically right where we left off. So Ingir has done the thing and has given all of you guys that vision. And how are you guys reacting to it? For Milo, you vaguely remember that day.
Yep.
Vaguely. Maybe for reasons, maybe we'll get to that. But you vaguely remember that day. For the rest of you guys,
So I'd like to point out that what I said a minute ago applies doubly now, or maybe triply. Like, you guys' society is super messed up.
She doesn't know that you've all seen that, so she's just kind of walking away at this particular point because she's a bit overwhelmed.
walking away to where?
Deeper into the cave if there is a deeper.
There's not really.
In that case, just like farther back to kind of like.
Just go get in Milo's tent.
There you go. She's gonna act like there's nothing that strange happening because she doesn't realize that everybody else saw that and she thinks they're just looking at her strangely because they're looking at her strangely, and she's going to take her journal out and go find a little spot against the wall and sit and pretend to write.
See, slavery doesn't sound so bad now, does it?
I'm going to,
Apparently it does.
I'm gonna snap Game Gear out of existence, and I'm going to exit the cave.
Hey, it's just don't break the don't.
I'm
No,
only gonna go like 10 feet out.
Okay.
no, don't break the don't. We need the wall. It's cold out there.
We built that specific.
I'm not gonna break it. I'm just.
There's not a way to get out then.
So why is there not a way to get out?
Because
we wanna
why
keep
would you
the
be
weather
put
out?
Then how did they out? We have.
They busted in.
Have we fixed it since the
Yes,
out?
that was the very first thing we did.
We kicked them out and we put the wall back up.
Okay. Then I'll just be by that wall, looking out.
Don't break. Oh, okay. So did you want to go back to practice fighting?
Sure.
All right.
I don't think anyone else is getting any sleep tonight.
Well, it's morning now, isn't it?
I don't know how we tell.
Because we were on third watch.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you guys were on third watch.
Yeah, about this time it's like morning.
It was about midway through it, so it's morning. It's just very, very morning.
We're just waiting for the storm to go away, but it hasn't gone away so far. So.
Yeah, it's still running pretty good out there. So, and it does for the next few hours. The end of the end of watch, the normal end of watch time comes and goes, and the storm is still blowing pretty hard outside.
Four. The number is 4.
The number is 4. I was just trying to figure out who might be best suited to do a survival check, and the answer is none of you fools. Go for it. If you are you proficient in survival?
Yes!
Then
He's
do
a
your survival
ranger.
check.
I am not a ranger.
No, he's a
He's
paladin.
a paladin.
He's
Oh,
a
that's
But
paladin.
Lance, in Keith's defense,
Why did I
for the
think
first like 20 episodes, you
I
were
was
terrible
not,
at
yeah.
You
survival.
were not. So
I was not.
So
and
yeah.
I became a paladin of life.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a
No,
survival
you don't
check.
get to have that.
Pull, don't push.
15.
15. While it is still blowing pretty substantially outside, you do get a sense that it's the worst of it has sort of passed by, and it is you're on the backside of the storm now. Probably still be a few hours before it blows itself out and moves on, but
Backside.
but it is winding down and will be probably in the next 3 or 4 hours. Now, you guys did a good job insulating the cavern. So between the fire that you've got going in the back and blocking the doorway, blocking the snow from blowing in, blocking the wind, you guys actually have a fairly comfortable spot at the moment. Probably why the owl bears picked this particular cavern.
They chose poorly.
Yeah, they chose pretty well, is the problem. Is there anything you guys need or want to do at the moment? If not, we can move forward.
Just waiting for the storm to pass.
How's Akarai responding to all this nonsense?
I mean, he was already sort of rocked back by the revelation of Simi's, that
Yep.
Simi's name was a slur. And the other sort of vision he got. Actually, make me an insight check.
Have you not tried those before?
21.
These are real good.
He's keeping a very tight rein on himself,
Sound.
but there is definitely sort of this simmering anger underneath now.
Let me know if you want it back.
And that was not there before Ingir's
Who
vision.
seems more angry, him or Simi?
That's an interesting question.
That is a very interesting question. Is Simi feeling? What is Simi feeling? Let's ask that first.
She's wrestling with her head with this, like, it doesn't really surprise her. So it's kindled anger you've already seen. I'm not sure that it's abundantly more, because it's just another piece of the same puzzle. So honestly, since Akerai has kind of been out of a lot of these loops, he's probably, like, she's...
On a scale of 1 to 10.
She is more upset / anxious than she is angry, hostile.
Then Akerai is going to be more angry, and he is seething.
Well, this might be a good time. I have one of these that is aged a little bit and hasn't been opened yet. Does everybody want some?
How strong is it?
I mean, I made it. I don't really make soft stuff.
Have I ever had any of your... I don't think I've had any of your alcohol.
I think you tried some of the blueberry.
Yes.
So this one is one that's done with pine specifically.
Milo will just come over.
Pine sap flavored.
That sounds terrible. But I mean, I like scotch and it's moss flavored, so it's fine. Yeah, I'll definitely...
I actually read about this one.
Hmm.
So they burn the inside of the barrel first.
Oh, okay,
And
pine
then-
barrel. That's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and he specifically put pine sap in it as well.
Okay, so what is your Constitution modifier?
It is 3.
Okay. So you would consider it strong drink?
Oh yeah. Mal doesn't do drink halfway.
Okay. So you're having some of that?
Yes.
Who
He
else
just
is?
does little shot glasses for everybody.
Okay. So
Not
everybody.
me.
Why?
Somebody needs to
We
be
have
sober.
been over this.
What is your
Apparently-
Constitution
I
modifier?
get drunk.
Well then don't get drunk, just drink
Okay.
this much.
I think that might be enough.
So for
Alright.
the two of you, you are drunk.
Okay.
So your speech is blurred. You're seeing
Your
double.
speech is blurred.
Your speech is slurred. Blurred. You know, same deal. Same deal.
Speech is slurred, vision is blurred.
So each of you gain
Good.
10 temporary hit points.
Oh, good.
You have advantage against being frightened, but you lose all your charisma
I
advantage.
didn't have any.
So you lose
That's my
any.
whole build.
You're actually at disadvantage on attack rolls and intelligence checks.
Does this apply to our resident alcoholic?
Yes, but you are flipping over to Drunken
Drunken
Master
Master,
at this
yeah.
point.
Not my best.
And I'm using rules on drunkenness I found on Pinterest. Pinterest is a wonderful thing for
It's
DMs.
real good.
Not my best.
Still real good.
Were you having some as well?
Yeah.
What is your? Well, you're a dwarf,
Yeah, I have a 20.
so yeah,
He is A-okay.
You're
and
fine.
I have advantage. So.
yeah. Well,
And
I mean,
resistance.
it goes down the scale, so yeah, you're fine. It's based on the strength of the drink, and if you have, if you've got a racial bonus, and it's based on like the fraction of your Constitution modifier that you're using.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have a +5.
Yeah. So. Okay. So yeah, these two are drunk. Not
Not
sure.
that much.
I'm gonna practice some katas while I'm drunk because I feel real loose.
I guess that's one way to warm up.
Did Ackray have some?
No.
I imagine Cabbage did, though.
We'll say she's in the same state as these two.
And I still don't know that anybody saw anything.
All right. Anything? Are you guys going to go back to doing your fighting or not?
Actually, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Ackray and see if anything happens.
I'll sit quietly by myself by the fire.
Yeah. That's where Ackray is. He's sitting there sort of staring at the fire and just sort of seething. He's pretty much tuned the rest of the world out at this point.
Hey, you wanna hit me?
I think that was for you.
I
What
know.
kind of drunk is Milo?
Practice my kung fu.
I will throw a snowball at the back of her head.
Should catch it.
It's a disadvantage.
That's fine.
Whatever you do.
Well, what should I roll to see?
Okay, so the first roll is D20 plus what is it? It's a D20 to reduce your for deflecting.
Oh.
Deflecting, I'm pretty sure, is a D10.
Oh,
Doesn't it
It just
depend on like,
auto-
if it hits or not though?
Yeah, it's just an auto thing. Roll a d10.
yeah. So
Add your
roll
monk level.
roll your ranged attack.
That's gonna miss.
Okay,
Is it a miss or a hit? That...
it's a hit that triggers it. So how bad a miss was it?
What's your AC?
Oh, 18.
I missed by 8, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this snowball sort of hits the wall like 6 feet from you.
Terrible shot, Mal.
Where's my left hand?
Well, maybe use your better one, you dingus.
Whatever. Take another drink.
Okay.
Everybody else will play swords and all of that stuff. No, nobody fight me.
Okay. We'll go ahead and move forward. The storm blows over. You guys have enough time, unless you're going to keep drinking.
No, just one.
Just the one?
Sure.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
The bartenders cut you off.
You had last call on your first call.
Your first and only go.
I'm gonna try and sleight of hand some more.
Ooh. Why is it disadvantage?
Is it?
Because we're drunk.
The first one was a 19. That's an 11 plus 5, so it's still 16.
I mean, we have a passive perception of 8.
So go ahead and make just a perception check.
Alright, -2.
Woo!
That's a 1.
I'll give you your passive. You still miss it,
8,
so
yep.
you're able to snag it.
So with my 17 perception, I assume I notice her.
Mm-hmm.
Mal,
What?
The whole bottle?
I mean, it's a small cask.
The whole cask?
I mean, not the whole cask at once, but I get a good sip down. A minor chug. Hey. Fine.
So much for being a recovering alcoholic.
Make a Constitution
We're in the middle
saving
of
throw.
nowhere.
Yeah, so if she goes berserk and kills us all, no one will find the bodies.
Oh, that's actually really good.
I don't think
It's gonna
anyone's
be
going to be looking
21.
for mine.
Unless I have disadvantage.
Except maybe the prince.
So you're going to be at disadvantage. Okay. At
Is
this
it
point,
disadvantage?
at this point, you are near to blackout drunk. You've reached your. You may not be able to form coherent thoughts or even say your own name.
Which one?
You are at disadvantage for any attack rolls, ability checks, and saves, aside from Constitution.
So I still pass the con save.
Yep. And you will have to make that every hour, or be rendered unconscious.
I'm gonna look at you a
So-
little cross-eyed.
Yeah.
So are we just staying here another day?
Yes.
Well, that or someone is going to have to carry her.
I'm fine. I can walk.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of fast.
Well,
Dance if I want to.
how does Akorai
I can
respond to
leave
the
my
idea
friends
of carrying her?
behind.
he doesn't seem to be paying real close attention to what's going on.
I mean, I can carry her if it comes to that.
Because my friends
But
don't
do
dance,
you
and
want
if they
to?
don't dance, then they're no friends
care.
of mine.
All right. Well,
I'll slow you all down if I'm carrying her, though.
she's going to slow us down anyway.
I'm so fast, though.
All right, Milo, do you want to do the honors and break us out? Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Super fast.
Sure.
Okay.
Here's a shovel.
Okay, take the shovel. I'll break the wall.
I can kick the wall.
So do we knock her out now?
What?
It would be
I'm
better
gonna
if you were
switch to-
sleeping.
I'm going to switch to Dwarven. Yeah, and let's just hope that she doesn't remember it in the morning.
So you're digging out the
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah.
It's the snow has sort of accumulated and blown in real good, so it's pretty deep and it's piled pretty high. It takes you, if no one else is helping, it takes you about an hour to get yourself a path so that you can actually get out.
I'll help when you kick the wall. I'm gonna go over and
So how do we go about doing that?
start kicking the wall.
It's not hard to kick the wall.
Danny, what's your AC?
Every time
18.
every time you kick, your foot, goes in and pulls like a handful of snow into the.
I'd like to come up behind her and thump her over the head.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll.
She seems real close at this point to just
Roll.
I'm already falling.
So I know
a
you're
little
not
bit.
doing
lethal.
lethal damage. Go ahead and just roll the damage. It'll add to the DC.
Four, all told.
Roll your Constitution saving throw.
It's an 18.
She
This
kind
dice is
of
being good to me.
and keeps going.
Ow! I'm gonna turn around and like smack you in the forehead.
So when you turn around, I'm just picking up stuff off the ground and moving it back that you guys have been throwing in.
Insight.
Insight at
At
disadvantage.
That was good. Man, I've been rolling really, really good. Okay, so the lowest one's 17.
Well, I rolled a 22 deception.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
That. Huh. I have a really bad headache.
I imagine you do.
Why don't you just go to sleep for a little bit?
I'm not tired. I don't need sleep. She's kind of a little dazed. When you stop, she's like, "Oh yeah, I was digging a tunnel
Nope.
with my feet."
Nope. You're going to sleep.
Again, in Dwarven, should we just give her some more? That ought to do it, right?
I'm really worried about her bloodstream.
Then maybe it's your turn to try the,
Alright, but when she kills me, it's your fault.
I can live with that.
You probably have to jump.
If the Superman punch.
Make your attack roll.
Boom.
20.
Woo!
And roll the damage.
So damage is just a d4, right?
If all you're doing is that, yeah.
For the love of all that is holy, will someone grapple me and just sleeper hold
2.
me?
All right. Roll your Constitution
Maybe
saving
you
throw.
should just roll poorly.
There we go. That's 4.
That's enough.
Hooray! I'm gonna look at everybody else. When she wakes up, she just collapsed.
Roll a d4.
We don't know why, and
Oh, of course we do. It's because she was drinking.
You're out for 2 hours.
but it was definitely not because anyone hit her.
Sure. Of course.
I'm sure Cabbage looks really uncomfortable.
Yep. The most honest person in our group.
Is the rogue.
Something
Yeah,
wrong with that.
ironic that. So you're able to finally, after all of that shenaniganery, get yourself a path opened out.
Okay.
And I will essentially fireman's carry. See me.
Okay. So probably just as well, because it's not very far from the opening to the cave. You guys go past a small sort of mound of snow.
Of owlbear.
And
Well, I don't think any of us know this is an
Um,
owlbear unless.
You're a horrible person, Keith.
It's okay, you're unconscious.
yeah, so it's about the size of the baby owl bear, and it's only about 50 feet or so from the cave, and it looks like it didn't make it being exposed to the elements.
I don't like you right now.
You're asleep.
I was player dating.
So what do you guys? Where are you guys
Travel
off
on,
to?
Following the road.
Following the road.
I will bring Inger back out so he can see what I don't.
Yeah, I could go scout. Carrying someone with a -2 perception.
Okay. So you guys start off down the road. You find your way off that direction. Couple of hours.
Am I still drunk?
No, yours would have worn off by this point.
Yeah, pity.
The hard work, I'm sure, would have helped.
And the
Make me just make me a Constitution roll.
13.
13. You've got a little bit of a headache going, but not too bad.
Okay, good.
You've had worse after long court parties, so probably just getting yourself rehydrated is what you need to do, and you'll be fine.
I think we've got all the snow.
And it's even fresh.
Except for that yellow patch. Anyway, So you guys are moving down towards the river. There's a sort of a narrow section that the river sort of drops into, and you find a path down, following the road, down to a little ford across. It's a fairly narrow stretch, or a fairly shallow stretch, rather, of the river. And it does feel like it has frozen solidly underneath you as you cross. There are bluffs on both sides, sort of overhanging the river, and it's about this point that Simi is starting to sort of come to herself.
You okay there, princess?
Man, I've got a doozy of a headache. Wait, my feet aren't on the ground.
Nope.
What's...
I mean, they're not that far off, but...
It's probably pretty accurate. Where are we?
On the road.
Again.
Why?
You need to lay off the drink. Especially if you're drinking my stuff.
Yeah, that was really strong.
Yep.
Jeez. How do any of you still have, like, esophaguses? Esophagi?
Esophaguses.
Esophagus?
I'm going to do the gift of the depths thing that I have.
Okay.
And just have that going every day. So.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know that that's particularly an issue for us.
Man, it's like battery acid. Wait, we don't have batteries. That's not a thing yet.
Tanning acid.
Tanning, yeah, that. She's gonna kind of like make the connection for a second, even though she's like not really able to fully open her eyes in the light yet. She's gonna look over at Milo. Wait. You. How long has Inyur been around? How does that whole connection work?
In Dwarven. It might be time to put her down.
It might be better if it takes her a second
Nope.
to get up.
Nope, it won't. Not for you.
I'm gonna put you down now.
Okay.
Ingir's been around for
Into the snow.
2 months?
I'm gonna crawl out of the hole that it forms.
Was he before or after the month? He was before because he was helping you make stuff. So 2.5, 3-ish.
So did you just drop her?
Yep.
Rude.
I warned you.
Odds or evens?
Evens, always.
Okay. So as you sort of drop her.
Wait, we're not still on the river.
No,
Okay.
but as you drop her, there's sort of this thump that sort of echoes a little bit through the hollow.
I'm gonna cause an avalanche with my butt.
I think that speaks more about your butt. than it does
Everybody
about-
make me a perception check.
Oh, hell's sakes. Milo rolled a 3.
22.
And Ingir rolled
I rolled a natural 1 for a 7.
17.
16 for
I
Ingir.
rolled a 19 and have a -2.
Buddy.
I love that. So Ingir, yes. Milo, no.
No, of course not.
Simi, no.
Oh, definitely.
Mal, yes. And
Killian.
Killian, yes. Killian, yes, sorry.
Whatever the hell your name is.
Whatever your name is. I mean, he was gone for, however long he was gone. So the three that notice it do start to see the snowpack up on the hillsides start to shift on both sides of the ravine and start to move.
Okay, so you remember how fast you are?
Yeah.
Go.
What?
Go! And he's gonna like shove you forward.
And I
'Kay.
guess I'm just gonna run.
So
Quietly.
So, initiative rolls, please.
Oh, initiative. Oh,
Initiative.
boy.
We're fighting the avalanche.
I punch the snow.
Oh, my
Oh my
freaking
gosh.
Gideon.
Okay, it was doing so good, and I just rolled 2 consecutive nat ones. So you get to think about what you've done for a moment.
Which is almost sad because you might be going before me still.
Natural.
So that's
Unnatural.
a 6.
11.
Okay. 6.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay.
Alright then.
I'm going to be done now because I will just keep eating.
All right. So, the great slabs of snow start rolling down the mountainside towards you guys. As I assume you pointed that out, right? Or did you just say run?
Specifically, I just said run.
Okay, so you just said run. So you're up first. What are you
You
gonna
doing?
do?
How much time does it look like we have?
Seconds. Mere seconds.
Yeah, not long at all. Probably mechanically, let's say about 3 rounds.
How far do we have to get to be out of the danger?
10 feet less than what you could normally do.
So it does look like it's starting sort of where you are in this ravine, but it looks like it's sort of cascading down, that direction towards safety. Mechanically speaking, it will depend upon how many collective successes you guys get in the next 3 rounds.
Is the road is relatively flat,
Yeah, the road is relatively flat, so you guys can do anything you want to do that you are proficient with.
I only have 3 proficiencies.
Hey, that's 4 more useful ones than I do. That's 3 more than I
Are we
do.
into
I have
the
4.
forest or into the trees at all?
No.
I have 4, but nothing that can help.
Okay. I'm going to pull some rope out of my pack
Okay.
and go around quickly tying it around everybody's waists.
Oh, you know.
Okay. So make me those
Not me.
survival
Not me.
checks to
Not
make
me.
sure.
Do you tell me not to put it around you?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't put it around you.
Okay.
Do you want just one or one for each?
1 for each.
Okay. So that's, let's see, so I need to make
So you need Simi, Cabbage, Akerai, Mao,
Mizu-
and
and
Mizuki.
Okay. So the first one's going to be a 13.
Okay, so who you going for first?
Mel.
Sure.
Put it around Mel first.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. Oh,
And
buddy.
then I'll do cabbage with a 21.
Okay.
Your head ain't on
And
the
then
straight.
we'll do Simi with a 22.
He's okay, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, and back
And
out.
Mizuki with a 21. And Akerai with a 24. And then I will tie it around my own waist, and that'll be my action this round.
Okay. Mao. So you have been tied to this string of your companions.
And we're running. and he will.
No. We can't outrun it.
But we need to run to stay on top of it as we're moving.
I think we'll be okay. We just gotta brace ourselves.
On what?
Anything you can find.
There's nothing around. This is a plane.
Anything
We're not in the
you
mountains.
can find.
Take out his hammer, or his shovel.
Okay.
This is a bad idea. Shove it down into the ground as hard as you can.
They usually are.
So make me a strength check.
Could I argue athletics?
Yes, you can.
That's my proficiency.
Yeah, you are proficient. Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll with one I can actually see. Sorry, math is hard. 16.
Okay.
Looks like you're just.
No curious.
Nope.
Okay. No worries. All right. So you do sort of up above you guys. You see the snow start to advance a good bit on you. The next section down the ravine has started shifting and is starting to come loose as well. And it looks like the section beyond that is also weakening and might turn loose as well. Milo.
I do think moving is going to be a better option.
Okay.
So you are free.
Yeah.
Free and clear.
Somebody's about to start flying.
Yes, I will bring out my wings and start heading up.
Okay.
Yeah, because so
All right.
that's what I'm going to do.
All right. See me.
Well, I'm tied here now.
You can untie yourself.
And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to outrun it.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I do think that it's probably better to move and try and stay as much on top of it as we can.
There's no, trees immediately around, right?
Yeah.
No.
So.
I don't know that just standing here and bracing to be hit by it's going to be a great idea.
Unless you've got some magic voodoo.
Working on it.
I don't. Can I roll a survival or some kind of something to see if there is if there looks like there might be a place that would give us slightly better cover, like a snowdrift or something like that would not, that it would kind of go over, and what would end up covering us would be less just direct impact pushing against us.
So are you proficient with survival?
No, but none of all of my proficiencies are going to be acrobatics, insight, perception, medicine.
I will take a perception. So you can look around and see if there's a better spot to be than where you are.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You were resting. That's a 5. Okay, for that, Frederick.
Ooh. Into the bag of devouring.
Yes. Think about what you've done.
So you look around sort of half panicky and you're not seeing anything. Back around to you, Lance.
I give you
What's that gonna do? What's Killian gonna do?
Seriously?
Blue.
Stop it.
How big is your shield?
I'm a dwarf.
How big is your shield?
So if you recall, actually, I told you about this before. It is actually a fairly large shield for Mal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a tower shield, but it's like a large kite shield.
Okay. Keith, as all this snow is filing down, how high do I think I'd have to get above it?
Oh. Make me a perception check real quick.
12?
12. You probably you're guessing need to be at least 10 or 15 feet above it, above where you are now.
Okay.
Come on, Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion.
So I am going to
We're
pull
6th.
A bunch of metal that Killian had been forge welding at one point, so it's just like one big bar.
Okay.
It's probably about, I don't know, this wide.
Okay.
He's gonna pull that out. He's like, "All right, everybody, come grab onto this and hold on.
What?
Just do it."
I will follow instructions.
What is your strength?
What is my strength? That is an excellent question. My strength is a 13.
Okay. So in the group, it looks like Cabbage is probably the physically weakest one here.
I don't know. What's hers? Because I'm not strong.
Well, do you have a negative?
I don't have a
I
negative.
do,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
think
I
that's
just have a
for
zero.
Cabbage.
flying like a birdie.
So it's going to grab on with one
It's a
arm
birdie.
and like grab Cabbage sort of by the scruff and sort of like hold her on.
Okay.
Killian's gonna tie the end of the rope onto this bar of metal. He's gonna wait for everybody to grab on.
Okay.
So everyone's gonna have to hold on real tight. And here we go. And the bar is going to start levitating 20 feet up in the air.
Oh!
Okay. All right.
Well done.
Good job, my dad.
What is this?
This is the levitate spell. It can levitate up to 500 pounds. Yep.
I'm
It's
not there.
real tight.
There is a reason that I tied everyone up, so if people have to let go, we can still...
And I'm not there, so.
Okay. Not sure
Yeah,
the
you're
physics
not
on
on
that work, but okay. We'll figure that out.
Because the weight is still attached to the bar.
Right.
Well,
The target that it levitates can weigh up to 500 pounds.
but
Target it levitates. You can decide exactly what that means. But
Yeah. Okay.
If it looks like it's gonna give,
All right.
I'll try and do ninja shit
Well,
and detach.
So Mal,
I'm hoping if anybody falls
it's
into
up
this,
your
I can
neck.
use this
So you're
most
next. I need you to
amount.
make an athletics check to hang on to the bar. And I suppose to also hang on to
To cabbage.
cabbage while you're doing it. So we'll do a combination that's gonna up the AC or up the DC a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good.
it's an 8. My +7.
So you rolled a natural one.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear. How long a rope did you tie onto him?
So the entire rope that everyone is tied onto is 50 feet. I probably would have put about somewhere between 6 and 8 feet in between each person.
Okay.
Just used a rope from your bag
Okay.
Yeah, I have a silk rope in my bag.
So,
made of spider silk.
because it was a nat 1,
No, you don't.
your...
Oh, do you have that?
I have that.
Oh.
That was in the tower.
So it's a regular rope.
Just a regular rope?
Can I spend one of my inspiration to say that I grabbed that from him at some point? Because I thought I had that.
Sure.
Mark it off my character sheet.
So because it was a nat 1,
Because I was just
you are you're holding Cabbage onto, or trying to hold her onto the bar and hold yourself up, and your hands must be cold and going numb or whatever, and your hand slips and you sort of yank Cabbage off the bar with you. You both sort of go pendulum. Wow, that is hard to say. You are a pendulum on the end of this rope. So Cabbage is above you. You are tied to Cabbage. Cabbage is tied to Simi.
Yeah, I have a lot of your stuff from the tower. So.
And you guys are swinging down, and you are now 12 feet down from the bar, which is going to put him in the danger zone.
That's fine.
Can I use my acrobatics to try and negotiate as they fall? Can I see, like, how to manipulate that momentum so it kind of swings them back?
If you want, she can take her turn first, and then I can go next.
See, because
Like
I'm
tether
next
ball.
tied
Yeah,
to
Keith,
it.
if you want, she can go next, and then I'll do
So
my turn.
could she just make an attack roll and play tetherball with a dwarf?
Toss me.
I'm good with either of those options.
So this will be a reaction for you to do that.
I would react if I saw that I was about to be yoinked by, a lot of folks.
Yeah, go ahead and use your acrobatics and make that check.
Okay. You saw what happened to the last guy, right? Don't fail me. Oh, that was not terrible. That's going to be a 24.
24. Okay.
Math.
So that's enough to get yourself sort of braced on the bar, and to keep yourself from getting yoinked off, and you're able to sort of redirect the momentum enough to get Cabbage back up to the bar, but you're not able quite to get Mal back up. So he's dangling about 6 feet down now.
Climb, dwarf! Climb!
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah. So you're flying up there.
Yeah.
And you see this bar start to hover, and then you see Mal fall and yoink Cabbage right off the bar.
And then you see me fling Cabbage back up onto the bar. Because life is weird.
How heavy does Mel look?
I mean, he's a
dense.
dwarf. He's dense.
He's only in studded leather.
True. I'm not wearing heavy armor, which is
He is,
good,
however,
but-
carrying a shield.
and all of the rest of my job.
And all of
Sorry, I can't do anything.
Fine.
Is there a tree that if I Eldritch Blast and knock it, it could slow down?
Not really, no. I mean, there's... You can kind of start to see trees off in the distance, but nothing's close enough that's going to be helpful.
Okay, I'll climb 20 more feet
Okay.
because there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. So, the avalanche is starting to close in on you guys. You figure in the next 4 or 5 seconds it's gonna hit below where you are. That's you.
Okay. So you are dangling 6 feet down?
Yep.
He's real close to being in the
How
danger zone.
far
You could just cut me loose.
forward would we have to move to get past the terrible part of this?
Oh, at this point, actually, let me look. Okay. So it looks like about 90 feet down both sides of the ravine have sort of sloughed off and are avalanching down into the center. So you would have to get past it, you'd have to get at least 90 feet down the ravine.
Well, we're gonna not do that then.
Could you go up higher?
Nope.
Really?
Actually, I can.
Can you? I
Yeah.
thought you could only move it side
You
to
can
side.
change the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in any direction on your turn. So I'm gonna move the bar up another 20 feet.
Okay. Mal, how are you responding to this? Are you gonna try? What are you gonna try? What are you gonna do?
He'll just hand over hand. He'll do a quick wrap on each hand. Climb up.
Okay. Make the athletics check.
That portion should be easy, in theory. 6 plus 7 is 13. 23.
Okay. You are able to pull yourself back up to the bar and grab on.
Sorry, cabbage.
She's
sound
too
she made.
petrified to say anything.
Yep.
She just makes the series of grunts that he was.
All right. So it's sort of about this point that the snow sort of crashes below you and crashes together, and you kind of feel that updraft of the cold air as it smacks together. Do go ahead and whatever you're gonna do. Whatever you're gonna do, go for it.
I guess with my what is 18 minus 60 minus 18? 32? No, 42? With my last 42 seconds of my flight, I'm just going to try and push the bar
Okay.
so that we can land safely.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
Okay.
You doing anything in particular this round, Simi?
I'm going to stay holding on for dear life and make sure that Cabbage is as well.
Okay.
I might position myself around her so that she's got a little extra
Okay. This one will need to be an athletics check for you.
Sure. Oh, that sucks.
Never mind.
That's a 6.
Okay. You do feel your grip slipping a little bit, but you do also feel that Milo is pushing you guys a little bit down the ravine to get out of the worst of the worst of everything. All right. Had all of these DCs that I didn't even get to use because flying bars of metal.
Welcome to the life of a DM.
Yeah, I know. So you guys clear the avalanche area, and I assume you're gonna let it land at that point.
Well, I assume this doesn't take us a full 10 minutes.
No.
Okay, and
My pushing will not take that long.
yeah, no, I will just nice and slow.
Okay.
Place back on the ground.
So you guys do wind up back on the ground, back in an undisturbed area of the path.
That was close.
Yeah, my arms kind of hurt.
Do winters usually last this long here in the valley?
It hasn't been that long.
I'm sorry, what?
Do winters last this long in the valley?
How long has it been? It's only been like a month.
It's only been at most 2 months. Yeah.
Are you asking me if winter is normally longer than like a month?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
It might actually be 1 week less than 3 months. Because as soon as winter started, we took a month break. Then we sat in the tower for 2 weeks. Then 2 weeks of Alma death.
2 weeks.
Then whatever has transpired after the tower.
It's been a couple of months.
So even that, you're asking me if winter lasts more than like a month or two.
No. No. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's like 6 months of the year around here.
Let's continue.
With all your education, they didn't teach you like these are the months of winter, these are the months of summer, these are the months of spring.
No, the weather's very different in Costas, okay?
Held at bay by a strange frost force.
Yeah.
You don't
Anyway.
Anyway, good
Speaking,
job everyone. Nobody died. And we didn't have to pull anyone out.
Yeah. Future reference, maybe just set me on my feet instead of dumping me ass over tea kettle.
I was told that it would be safer
To do what?
to put you down.
You
Here's the bus, Killian. Let me throw you under it.
putting me down feet first was still an option.
In retrospect, yes.
Anyway, about Inger.
Right, I forgot that this was what we were talking about before
I'd
that.
like to make just a small request that whatever conversation you're about to have, you have very quietly. With minimal amount of sound.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna say this in a whisper, but
Sure.
not for recording purposes.
Stage whisper.
He only sees what you have seen, right?
Yes.
So you saw. Did you see what he showed me? Because of your weird psychic little link thing.
Yes.
Everybody did.
Did you say that? Excuse me?
I think everyone saw that.
Yeah, that was a party line.
Do you have the camera on him? Yeah, that's
Always.
adorable. Darkens you.
He loves seeing himself.
It's like a mirror, but better.
Narcissist
Vain child.
from the old Greek.
But it's fascinating. He's putting two and two together.
Mhm.
So, you were there then. And you never spoke up or anything when people were being punished for the higher-ups' screw-ups?
Igan and Dwarven. And this is why I told you you'd be better off if you put her down.
I didn't think it was relevant.
Oh, bad move.
You know, I would have gone with I didn't remember,
Or I didn't know what to do.
or I was really young and I didn't make the connection.
But no, the lives of other people being punished for the wicked, that's definitely irrelevant.
Yeah, there was a lot of ways that you could have gone with that one that would have been better.
True,
Our
but none
littlest
of them would
players
have been the
and dreams.
truth.
Good job on that.
I'm trying to make room for the idea that people can grow. How would you respond to that now? Out of curiosity.
I'm just seeing if Akbarai's doing anything.
He's
In what way?
The you that is standing right here. If a huge injustice was being done right in front of your face.
Ooh, justice. Bringing him back around.
he's watching rather intently.
What would you do with that?
Now?
Yeah.
It definitely would. What are you looking for? in my answer.
Tell me what the answer should be.
No.
I'm just gonna kind of like shoulder check him, be like, honesty.
No. I. Jiv.
You would stop it. That's the right answer. Dang it, Killian.
I
That's
mean.
the right answer.
Yeah, that is what I would do.
Okay. Would have been, probably nicer out of your own mouth than Mal's, but
He does have a big mouth. Mal.
Also, the threat of imminent physical pain has a way of making it difficult to put coherent thoughts together.
Under the
Yeah.
heels of all that adrenaline of having an avalanche. 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 Avalanche.
Apparently, my inability to speak has gotten
it's just being passed around the table.
Yeah.
it's gone viral.
She's just gonna kind of like look around to everybody. Okay, and walk ahead.
We can kill him too.
Akurai's gonna fall in beside you as you're walking off.
What do you want, Akurai?
That's not good.
I can't call that man father anymore.
Well, I kind of hoped that would have been the case when you realized he wasn't, but that's my logical side talking, and the side that knows that, Cal is actually a decent human, and the other one not so much.
When we're done here, I can get you in where he sleeps.
Okay.
As I understand it, there has been a miscarriage of justice, and seems like you're on that kick these days.
On that kick these days, justice is my new trend, my fad.
I
I feel like maybe it's a virtue, maybe it's something to, aspire to, instead of whatever the hell else was going on in Costas. Maybe justice is as an upgrade, not a phase.
Not a phase, Mom.
Okay.
It's not gonna go away with the black nail polish.
Or green nail polish.
Or green nail polish.
Yeah.
Well, there's a purple one on the other side,
There's
though.
a
I like
purple
it.
one on the other side,
It's
yeah.
stylish. I enjoy it.
Okay. And he'll just step back towards the. Or he'll slow down a little bit and let you push on ahead if that's what you're gonna do, and he'll sort of slide back to the rest of the group.
I'll let him for now.
Was that anything I need to know about as the DM?
You can show if you want.
It says this after I've been folding it all up.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I failed against his passive insight. So.
Okay.
Wow. That went surprisingly well. No one's been hit
Yet.
yet.
Oh, she wants to so bad.
So, how old do you figure this road is?
Oh, this road? Ancient.
You think this is an old dwarven road?
Quite possibly. Quite probably, in fact.
Why?
Just, I wonder how many outposts were built along it. Maybe we keep an eye out.
Yeah. I don't know. I only know of the one city. I don't know of any other settlements that they had.
I mean, I imagine all of it got wiped out at once, but or abandoned when the rest of it was wiped out. But that being said, it would be worth keeping an eye out for shelter's sake and
Yep.
maybe information gathering as well.
So the road does start to trend uphill and gets you out of the sort of ravine, the river ravine, so that you're not worried so much about more avalanches coming down on top of you guys. Just a few hours up the road, you do also start to get into sort of foothills and forests.
I have to admit, I'm a lot more comfortable now that there's trees around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I'll kind of fall back, and I will at least quietly whisper over to Akarai. Sorry, I was short, but
It's okay. You have every right to be.
glad you apparently reclaimed enough sanity to realize that man's not anything to aspire to, though. And the rest of the time, at this point, I'll be just relatively quiet.
So is he.
Hey, thank you,
Oh,
Chipper.
hey, Chipper.
Hello, Chipper!
Chipper,
Chipper, chipper, chipper, chipper, chipper, chipper. 26 months. Wow. We have liked you for a really, really long time.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. Anybody else doing anything else?
All of the things I would be doing are buried by snow, so.
All right.
Okay.
So many things. So many things. I forgot about that.
Actually, now that we're in more wooded terrain, he'll keep an eye out for any particular vegetation that might still be growing.
Okay.
It is midwinter, so.
Yeah, it is midwinter. There are a few more hardy,
Evergreen style.
evergreen stuff. There are a couple of snow blooms. You're not real sure how good they'd be in a brew necessarily, but there's a
Pick 'em
few
and
of
take 'em
them.
then.
There's a couple of spots where the snow's a little bit thinner underneath trees, where you can see like pine cones and straw and things like that. A few sort of smallish dried holly berries and things like that.
Gotcha. And he'll also probably try to pick up wood for fires, since our resident bonfire guy is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how far into the woods are you going? Or are you staying close by?
He won't go too terribly far off, although he is also trying to keep an eye out for anything that might be, dwarven ruins or whatever, but he
Okay.
probably won't be out of, yelling range.
Okay.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Okay.
He'll be to the right side if it makes any difference.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. You guys are on the road for most of the rest of the day, and it goes after the whole avalanche thing. It actually goes rather smoothly for you guys. Towards the end of the day, you do come across. Looks like an old foundation. At least there's nothing left of whatever it might have been, but it looks like something that had maybe some interior walls dividing it up. You can kind of see where the front door would have been, and a passage through between the two different rooms. So you're not sure if it was like a cabin or the base of a tower or anything like that. Looking around, there is some scattered stone that looks like it might have been building blocks, but a lot of it seems to just be missing.
Gotcha. He'll give a whistle and call everybody over.
Okay.
Seems like a decent place to make camp for the night. Anybody want to help me see if there was a cellar?
Sure. I'll go with and
I'll hand you a shovel.
just. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I will start.
So make both of you make investigation checks. You look like you were going to say something, Lance.
Excuse me.
Just gonna look around and see if there are any animal tracks.
So make a
signs that animals like to live here.
survival check.
So 20 plus 0.
Okay.
15.
So that's a
plus
natural
6,
20.
Just
then?
rolled crap.
Nice. And
Once
yours
in a
was
blue
what?
moon.
15 plus 6, but I rolled crap.
Okay, so 15. You're sort of zeroing in on it because you got to one side.
Oh
and-
wait, you said investigation, didn't you?
Yes.
Intelligence.
I was 11. Sorry.
Okay.
You're
My brain went
zeroing in
to-
on it, but it's just like an
Never
old
mind
plate.
then.
My brain went to insight. Sorry.
Never mind. So
I
you
insight this wreck.
you kind of start close to what you're kind of
Thank you.
thinking.
I shall take this burden from you, Master Frodo.
So you kind of start. Simi, you kind of start over near where what you think of as the front door, and you just start sort of randomly jabbing
See
into
if I
the
hear
ground,
anything hollow.
seeing if there's anything hollow. You know that if there is going to be anything, then it's probably going to be
Away from the road.
it's going to be in the back room, away from so layered defenses kind of thing is what you're thinking. And so you go to the back room, and the very first sort of jab down, you realize that underneath about an inch or two of soil, there's actually a stone floor. And so you start kind of working systematically through the space, and about the center line of the room and about a quarter of the way back, your shovel strikes on a wooden surface underneath the soil.
Got something.
Oh, good. We'll go over and help him.
Okay, it doesn't take you guys long to sort of dig out a little bit and sweep away the dust and the dirt, and you do find a wooden hatch, wooden trap door in the floor.
Maybe you do something. If there's creatures living in there, I'd prefer to know about it before we disturb them.
Do you want to just lift it open a little bit?
Yeah. I'll stick the shovel in, just sort of pry it.
Okay.
I'll send you gear in.
Okay.
He immediately gets eaten. Yes. This is actually the
My boy!
the giant
ones.
worm in the asteroid from
Yep.
Star Wars.
Chunky baby
The house is a mimic.
A cellar mimic.
Ooh.
It's just the whole cellar. Oh, buddy.
You don't have to have it. You also don't have to fuss at me to tell me.
See? And he grins.
But Dad, it
Hey,
works.
buddy. Buddy.
Works really well.
If it works, don't fix it.
If it's
not so broke,
don't fix it.
So does Ingir have what does Ingir have as far as senses goes?
What does Ingir have
Well,
besides
he
senses?
has the 5 senses.
Well, yeah.
Dark vision within 60 feet, and blind sight to 10 feet.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Ingir sees all, knows all.
Apparently he does. Digging through my memory. Memories that could cut like a knife.
So I put an A instead of an E in there.
What?
Memories.
I was back to nipples.
We have come full circle.
We're back to
All right.
brains.
Yep, back to brains.
So
No, stop it!
so you open up a little just enough for Ingir to slip in, and he does. He goes in. There is the chamber he emerges into is very clearly it's very clearly been worked, but it was originally a natural space. The floor was put over it artificially. The sides were sort of squared off. There is he can see a workbench along one side that still has some old dwarven tools lying on them, gathering dust.
Okay.
At the very rear of the space, and it's a space that actually goes about twice as wide as the building above it, and about 3 times as deep. So it actually extends out from under the building that that is sitting on top, or was sitting on top of it.
Okay.
The back third or so of it starts to go from worked and squared off back into natural stone, and there is a passage that goes out of Ingir's sight and down.
Okay. Ingir will click all of us in on that.
Okay.
Well, I was looking for somewhere out of the weather. I think we found it.
Maybe a little bit more than we bargained for too, though.
Yeah, I was thinking like a wine cellar, but this
How are
works
we going
too.
to do a fire?
That's a good question. I mean, I gathered a bunch of wood, but there's not going to be a lot of ventilation there aside from this hole. We are off the beaten path, though, so I can't imagine there's a lot of folks that come this way.
Well, we don't need to go down there anyway.
What do you mean? I was just looking for somewhere we could.
Right, but
Shelter.
like
could stay here.
Killian was saying, there's not anywhere to start a fire down there.
Well, it's not starting the fire that I'm worried about. It's where are we going to have the smoke go, but there is this hole that we'll go down through.
Yeah. I mean, and that's an option if we're not worried about people seeing the smoke coming up.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I have an opinion on the matter at this point. I'd be okay.
And I mean, if nobody objects, I'd like to take a look at the tools and things down there.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Let's
guess
do
we'll.
Okay.
We're going to go down the hole.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do. So you guys make your way down. You do. You do see kind of what Ingir has laid out before you guys beforehand. It's a large space. Looks like possibly a workshop of some kind. What he didn't notice or didn't look for or didn't know, whatever, off in sort of the center of the room, there is what you would recognize actually as a forge, a fire pit. And looking at it, it looks like there's a little bit of a spot built into the roof that lines up with the chimney foundation from above for the smoke to sort of rise up through.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I go check out the tools.
They're very obviously dwarven smithing type tools, very well constructed. They've been here for a while, and they weren't made of anything like special materials wise. So they haven't been exposed to the elements necessarily, but they are starting to show their age. They're very, very old, and so there is some pitting and corrosion and a little bit of rust starting to form on them. The pliers are sort of jammed, rusted shut, so that would need a little bit of work if you wanted to free them up. The hammer's perfectly usable. There's some punches and some chisels and tools of the trade that are probably fairly serviceable, but they need to be cleaned up before you'd want to use them.
He'll just put everything he can in Alex in his bag.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. So do we want to check out the passageway? Make sure that there's nothing waiting to eat us in the middle of the night?
I suppose.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
I can
Okay.
leave.
Yeah,
Go ahead and draw up sword and shield and be ready.
I'll go with you.
Okay. You go in
Oh,
as well?
I'll go with them. I assume we can leave the NPC and the currently absent party members to watch our backs.
Okay.
Start a fire, set up
Start a
tents.
fire. Okay. All right. So you guys start down this passageway, and it does have a little bit of a downward slope to it. Not so much that, probably not so much that you three notice, but you as a dwarf, you would absolutely pick up on the fact that this is going down. Looks like it's headed off towards the north,
Okay.
roughly. Although it's hard to tell because it's sort of snaking back and forth. It is a natural sort of cleft in the rock. As you descend deeper, you start to notice that it's sort of, it's got a flat bottom to it, but it sort of angles up and out, and then it curves in and comes to a point. It's sort of an irregular point that meanders back and forth. It's almost like you're walking through like a fissure, a fracture in the rock. Not real sure, not real sure what the forces would be that would have formed this naturally. There is a little bit of seepage from above, a little bit of trickle from groundwater sifting into it. There's a little bit of a low spot that if you misjudge and step wrong, there's a little trickle of icy water sort of leading down further into the cavern.
Feels more like home.
How far does this go?
Well, how far are you guys going? It goes a good long way.
I mean, Mal's gonna go to the very end. One way
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
the
say,
other.
I assume we're going
Okay.
tell we had to reach the end, or tell it's clearly way too far for us to make it back in the day.
Okay. It winds and goes probably, at least a half a mile from the actual basement that you guys came out in first. And after about a half a mile, it actually widens out into a large cavern. There's a little bit of air movement from deeper, but it is from deeper. It doesn't seem like it's angling back towards the surface in any way, but there's air sort of blowing up from that direction. You don't have dark vision, do you?
I do have dark vision.
You do, and
Yep.
you do, and
Cabbage doesn't.
Cabbage doesn't, but she's back at
Well,
the.
Yeah, neither is
and-
Mizu,
no, Cabbage
actually.
has
Cabbage and
goggles, doesn't
Mizu
she?
both have goggles of dark vision now, so
Right.
we're good.
Okay. In that case, everyone make me a perception check.
A whole lot of good will do me.
Don't fail my dice. Could have been worse.
24.
Could have been better.
0.
20 for Ingir, 10 for Milo.
14.
Okay. So Milo and Mal do not, which is probably why Mal walks right in to the spider web.
Oh
No.
man.
And it's pretty hefty spider web. It's pretty thick.
Well,
it's
and then
pretty
The immediate reaction is like, oh.
okay.
So now you're super.
Like a
No.
fly in a web.
Now
Yep.
you are super sort of, it's just everywhere.
Yep, exactly,
it's
Chipper.
you are.
That is exactly the sound that I make.
Yep. So yeah, as you're swatting and you're just getting yourself bound more and more. You are now restrained.
Stop moving, Mal. Stop moving.
No.
And at
you
this
think?
point, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ow. Crap. There better be something good down here.
Now it's a nat
trucker.
20. I'm gonna punch a spider to death.
I'd like to point out, Lance, that you said before this game started, you're gonna be a fighter. You don't need perception, right?
Am I wrong?
I mean, this is a lot more fun.
Pterodactyl screeches. Agreed. Agreed.
What I didn't tell you is you get to be the bait.
Would you mind grabbing that
That's
purple
fine.
blanket on the couch for me? I am beginning to get chilly.
I'll grab you the burgundy blanket.
I might have as many hit points as 2 of you together, so.
Oh, I've got a pretty chunky.
That's good, because I'm not chunky.
Let's see. What is your max HP?
40.
Huh? Alex.
She's got 40.
He kicked the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like 49?
You have-
36.
Yeah, I have more than both of you combined.
I have 59.
Funky monkey. Funky monkey. I don't think that's actually the words of the song, but I don't remember them. That's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, that's better.
I don't want to die. Can't you
I
wait
do.
off me, baby?
Kill me again.
He wouldn't kill
Mosquitoes
me.
the first
He
time,
wouldn't kill me twice,
spiders
would
the
he?
next time.
He
See
wouldn't
me
kill
will
me
just
twice,
wander
would he?
off into the wilderness. Be like, nope, not worth it. Friends are hard.
Let the world burn.
Okay. Lance.
Natural 20
For... 'cause
for
Timmy did too.
23.
Okay.
22.
Natural 20.
For...
25.
Okay. Okay.
One day I will build a Dex build in this game, but it's not today.
No, well, that's a off topic.
Dex bits are boring.
Well, there's a reason that they're just overpowered.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I don't care about like this. I just for initiative alone is what I wanted for it.
All right. So, Simi has. So you. What did you? What was it that you said? You said. You told him to stop.
Yeah, stop moving.
Stop moving around.
Mm-hmm.
The words are no sooner out of your mouth than two sort of blue and white spiders
Damn it!
pop in
Yep.
out of nowhere.
It's these guys again.
No!
They are
No!
both like right up
You can't
against
do this to
you
me again.
because you have drawn them. And Killian, you had a near-death experience with these things,
I
didn't you?
did.
Make me
He
a.
wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I know.
Alma did too.
Make me a charisma saving throw, and you as well.
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah. To keep your cool.
22.
You're fine.
15.
You're fine. You do kind of shudder a little bit at the memory, but you keep yourself together. And yeah, so they are going to catch you guys. I don't know. No, they are gonna act first because you didn't know they were there.
They're doing.
Now, Keith, I cannot remember. Did we establish that these things are not invisible?
Correct. They are not invisible. They are actually going to the ethereal
Yeah,
plane.
I couldn't remember if the last time we dealt with them if we had figured that out yet or not.
I don't know that you guys
The what?
stopped long enough to figure that out.
Well, but we did stuff to find them as if they were invisible, and it didn't work.
Right. Okay. Got it.
We determined that their was not them going invisible. It was them
Right, so I'm not going to
disappearing.
waste
Okay.
my time throwing out fairy fire.
Okay. All right. So they are going to each attack you.
You limitless fairy tale. Poison my perfect world.
I'm guessing your AC is above a 14.
It is indeed.
Okay. So both of them are going to try to bite you, but your thrashing, whatever.
The spider web's in the way.
The spider webs in the way. They miss you with both of their attacks. So, we will now go to Lance, to Killian, who has dealt with these things before. No, I'm sorry. We'll go to Simi.
It's like, oh, will we?
Sorry, we will go to
We're going to
Simi,
skip
who has the
Simi.
higher dex, and So yeah, you recognize these things. You've dealt with them before. You know what they did to Killian and Milo.
Alma and Milo. All the people. Okay. Yep, she's not going to waste any time with it. She's going to blow a key point. How are they oriented around him?
So there's one on either side. They're basically directly across.
Okay.
Across. Him.
Oh, did you give them advantage? Since they're flanking?
I didn't. Oh wait. So the first one missed. Second one with a 23.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay.
Jingle, jingle.
That was a D10. D10. 8 points of piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Against poison?
Against poison, so you'll have
Yeah.
advantage.
would be
That
nice.
is 23.
You'll be fine. You do take half of that. I should make sure
One
that I
gold.
have these quotes.
I'll take half of
Yay!
that half.
You'll
I like
take half of
cuddles. Cuddles are nice.
that. Do I only have three
Also, big cuddly
sitting
blankets
here?
are nice.
What more do you need?
Oh no.
Then a big cuddly blanket.
Okay,
No, you're talking to him. Never
I'm
mind.
good. Seven. They rolled 17. Half of that would be 9. No, half of it'll be 8, and then half of that will be 4. So you take 4 points of poison damage. All right. Now, see.
Okay, so she is not going to try to seduce the spider. She is going to.
Coward.
She's going to focus her effort on the one that just got him.
Okay.
And does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so all 4 of these are going to hit.
There's 4 of them?
Yep, because I'm going to blow
No,
a key point.
4 attacks.
Four
Oh,
attacks, yeah.
There are 3 of them?
There are 2.
We only see 2. Okay.
So that's going to be 8 plus 6 is going to be 14 plus 20, so 34.
34 points of damage.
Yes.
Jeez.
Nice.
And you hit it 4 times.
Yes.
So by the time you get to that 4th one, your fist is just like up to its wrist
okay.
in the spider's face,
Ew.
and you pull it out, and it's like just dripping ichor as the spider collapses.
None of my friends die again.
Now, Killian.
Well. So, Killian, now that there's only one left, both his swords are going to come out, and as they do, they both erupt in fire.
Okay.
So I am attacking twice and casting Searing Strike as I hit.
Okay.
So does I rolled the same to hit for both of them. So I really hope a 24
Nope, you missed.
hits.
Yes.
'Kay.
24 is going to hit.
All right, and I am smiting on my first strike.
Okay.
So my first hit will deal 6 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
4 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. It is still up.
The second hit is going to deal 7 points of slashing damage and 11 points of fire damage.
Okay, so 7 and what?
And then 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And, is it dead?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, and it's on fire, so at the start of its next turn it has to roll a con save or it takes more fire damage.
Yes.
Because I am so done with these
Are
things.
they all dead?
The ones that we
The
saw.
ones that you saw are dead. So Mal, it is now your turn.
Shadow. Switch places.
Nice.
Dismiss the shadow.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. What?
For what?
Wait, I have a
I
question.
walked into the spider web.
Does my searing strike light the webs on fire?
Oh, crap. Thank you.
Yes, it
Okay.
would.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry.
I mean,
So how much fire damage is he taking?
Oh.
What would web do? I think it's 2d8.
I have the spell web. Let me look it up.
So it's
Okay,
you.
if I
So I
put
don't
these
see
over
anything.
here.
You currently do not see anything else. No.
Just let me
It's
do
only
one more.
2d4.
Oh, 2d4.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Am I correct in assuming this fire is going to spread across all the webs that are near it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this a really big cavern?
Yeah, it's a pretty big cavern.
Okay,
You
I'm
take
going
2
to.
Ooh,
fire
no!
damage.
How terrible!
Let's see, so that's 12, so I'm at 14 points of damage so far.
I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath, and then I'm just gonna. Me and Inger will just hold both of our stuff to hit something should it appear.
Okay.
And on their next round, my fire should spread across their webs.
The other 4 pop in from the ethereal plane, and one of them is going to attack each of you.
Something, Shrek. He spits at him.
Okay, so
Now tell me, where are the others? Do you know?
15?
No. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Yes, I know the Muffin Man.
14?
Nope.
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man?
I'm sorry, Simi.
What?
That was a natural 20.
What just happened?
You
You
just
know
got
what,
bit.
Keith?
Oh.
Can I
ow.
spend one to say, screw you, no it wasn't?
I
No,
think
because
Simi
it's
was-
not
No.
going
No, it
against
has to be
you.
Simi. Okay.
It has no inspirations with which to do
Okay.
that thing. That's okay.
So 15 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. 13.
Okay, so you make the save, so you will take half of this. So half of 15 is 7 points of poison damage.
Okay, so what is that altogether?
42. Or 22, sorry.
22. Okay, so.
Yeah.
That hurt.
And
Hi.
That hurt a lot.
Is it what I think it is?
yes.
Okay.
That's not half your hit points, is it, Sammy?
Not quite. Got close.
All right, so
I should have done armor back at this, but I didn't.
18 points of piercing damage, and make your
Oh, again?
No,
No,
just-
him. Okay.
and make your Constitution saving throw.
I was like, now it will be.
12?
Makes the save. Half of 19 is 9. 9 points of poison damage. And that is them.
Does my hold actions go off?
You can go. You can take those.
How
now,
many
yes.
can I hit in a 15-foot cone?
You can get 2 of them. You can get the one attacking you and the one
Alright,
attacking.
then I'll
Simi.
do this. One will go for two at one blast, and then the other one will go for 2 blasts.
Question: could he get 3 if he hits me? If he backs up and steps to the side.
He can't back up.
No.
Okay.
It's a held action.
Oh, that's right.
So, Inger will on that side and then turn and on the other side.
Okay.
Because
So-
that is
so-
my action and his action.
Okay.
Because with my Pact of the Chain, it allows me to use my action for him to use his reaction to, and then he held his action. So.
Okay.
So, each of them need to make dexterity saving throws. And I'm just gonna do one roll instead of just doing the two. So. Oh my gosh, that is shite. That is the shittest roll I've ever rolled.
Dex saves, you say? So there's a 21, a 6, an 18, and a 16.
Alright, so only one of them fails. And the one that fails will take 9 points of damage each, and everyone else will take 5 cold. That's the crappiest spell I've rolled. I rolled 2 1s, a 3, and a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Somewhere.
Back to the
Yeah,
top
well,
of the
yours
round.
is a reason.
I haven't done much damage.
And Simi.
All right. So I'm gonna do the thing again to the one that just bit me because I am unamused.
Okay.
One of them's gonna be a nat 20, and all of the rest of them are above 15 again. So.
All of them
Lots
hit.
of hits.
Lots
Okay.
of hits.
So. That's gonna
Yeah, I
end
softened
up
him up for you.
being-
So.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 6, so 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 20 is 38. Yes. Yes, that.
So what are you like? Are you just punching, kicking? What I mean, what moves are you using?
So I've got the short sword thing,
Okay.
and so I'm slashing with that, and then the offhand attacks are like elbows into its skull, like so slash crack.
Okay, so like your first slash takes one of its mandibles off, and then you whack, bash into it with your elbow, and your second slash takes its other mandible off, and you follow that up with another elbow, and as you do, you feel its head sort of cave in as well.
Mandibles and do a full kick into its mouth.
Oh, I like
And
that.
it collapses. It collapses dead on the ground. Killian,
So there's now 3 left?
there are now 3 left. Yes.
Alright, so the one that hit me,
Yep.
I'm going to cast Divine Favor as a bonus action on my swords.
Okay.
So they are wreathed in glowing green fire, and I'm now dealing radiant damage with them as well.
Okay.
First one's a crit.
Okay.
In total, that's going to deal 32 points of damage.
It collapses.
Alright. Then I'm going to go for the one that hit Milo.
Okay.
And that's going to be a hit for a total
Excuse me.
of 24 points of damage because I'm dropping a smite on it.
You're so loud.
Me too. Me too. Happy sounds.
Okay. So you definitely stagger it, but it stays on its feet. No, it doesn't.
Yes!
Never mind.
Okay. So it falls over, but it is still breathing.
So we're down to 1.
We are down to 1, and it is Mal.
Mal's gonna miss a lot. Well, that may not be true.
I only have a 15.
Okay, so Mal's gonna miss one shot, hit the other.
What did you roll?
15. Well, I rolled a 3 and a 6.
So that's
So plus 7 is 15. Wait. 6 plus 7 is 13. Never mind. Both miss.
13 hits.
Oh, it hits.
Just.
Okay. And the 3s and 9s, that's gonna miss. And then he's going to pop up his shadow behind it and it's going to take a strike too. That one will hit with an 18. Why does my shadow always do so much better than I do?
Because it's what you wish you were.
So that's going to be 9 plus 8 is 17 points of slashing damage from a longsword.
So is that 17 total for you and
Yeah.
your shadow?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's staggered but stays up.
Kill it! Kill it!
I'll
Kill
just
it!
blast.
Okay.
Come on, Milo.
15.
15 hits.
It hits! Yay!
It has an AC of 13.
Oh, that's cocked. 10 points of cold damage.
So it turns to ice and then just shatters into a million shards.
Okay. And then the other one that's alive?
The other one is alive but unconscious.
That's not the question I asked. Okay. I'll take it. 22.
22 will hit. You would have had advantage, but yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go actually roll the advantage.
Just in case you get a nap. No.
If you're unconscious, isn't this an automatic
Crit?
crit?
Yes.
There you
Say,
go.
'cause if
auto
Actually, it
you're
is.
unconscious,
It's auto
it's
crit.
an automatic 2 failed death saves.
21 then.
21?
Yeah.
How do you want to do?
Only automatic 2 failed death saves if it is in melee. It's within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do this?
I would like to freeze it, and then I would like to go up and just stamp it with my boot and shatter it.
That is what happens.
Okay.
Like a boss.
So Keith, as all their webs are lit on fire,
Yeah.
how do we get a sense of how big this cavern is? Because I'm assuming they're
Mm-hmm.
all over the cavern and it just spreads across.
Yeah,
the wall.
it's the cavern itself is probably 100 feet long. The ceiling is 35, 40 feet tall in places. And it's fairly, it's at its widest point, it's about 25 to 30 feet. It does narrow down a little bit. There's a sort of a choke point about halfway down, where it narrows down to about 15 feet, and then it widens back out.
Does it look like there's anything in this cavern, or is it just their
No,
nest?
just a natural nest.
Do we keep going then?
Well,
Could
that depends on how you all are feeling.
I don't feel great.
I can continue on it.
I don't have a ton of juice left in me.
I used like one spell.
Like I'm clearly bleeding. Like the veins in my neck where it bit are a little
Walk it
bit
off.
green.
Rub some dirt in it.
Okay.
Put some
Okay.
index on that.
Rub some
No,
dirt.
you guys can go back. I'll just go a little bit further and make sure that there's nothing else.
No.
The last person, well,
No, he was with the group.
Yeah, it just didn't help.
You don't want to fight these on your own.
I figured we'd taken care of them.
well, that who
We
says
don't know that for
who says
sure.
that these 5?
No, 4 plus 2, 6.
The 6 of these were the only ones.
You can
Do
be
you want
swarmed by a million babies.
Chop,
There
chop
could be
again?
something else down there.
a butcher for parts?
Oh, we can do that on the way back.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, I'm fine. If you guys want to go back, I will go back with you.
I don't mind continuing on ahead. I'm just letting you guys know I'm almost tapped out, and I don't know how the rest of you are doing.
Do you need a little bit of healing?
And I can keep hitting things, but
Do you need a little bit of healing?
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Then take 6 points
Awesome, thank you.
by using my healing hands ability. So 33.
Thank you.
That's all I can do.
That's something. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Some of my woundies will close up a little
Are
bit.
you still poisoned?
Yeah.
Oh, I can deal with that. So I'm going to reach out and touch you, and my hand will glow, and I'll spend 5 of my lay on hands points. You're no longer poisoned. I'm good.
Whoa. Oh, that's significantly better. That's
Nice.
and that doesn't give me 5 hit points back. That just
No,
takes
it
away
takes,
the poison.
It takes 5 of my hit point pool that I can spend to cure a disease or a poison.
Gotcha.
All right.
Thank you, Killian.
We're
Yep.
gonna
And,
keep
and
going
Milo.
Sure.
then. Yeah.
I'm going to keep my weapons drawn this time.
Yep, me too.
Yep.
If you want to do this, I will hold on to Simi and then I will just go through Ingir and just like scout forward,
Oh, okay.
keeping within that 100 feet so that I can
Okay.
still see through him.
So Ingir gets down to the far end of the cavern, and what he finds there is there obviously once was another passage that leads a little further on, but it looks like it has caved in, and nothing bigger than that is going to be able to get through it.
Okay, it looks like this is a dead end. Ingir just look.
That's too bad.
I'll tell him to come back and I'll pop out. Looks like there's just a cave in at the end.
A cave in, like there used to be.
Ingir will pop the image in your mind. But I don't know if we want to. What purpose would it be to keep going?
Nothing for all of you, maybe. More for historical sake for myself, but it's.
Does it look worked?
Does it look worked?
Not the looks. Since you left the basement, it's been raw rock.
Nah, we can head back. Sorry.
Okay.
If you want to come back at a different time, I'm happy to come with you.
It doesn't look like this was probably purposely built by Michael.
So those dead phase spiders.
Uh-huh.
Killian would like to spend as long as it takes for the rest of the evening.
So are we gonna camp down here?
Performing-
Down all the way down here?
That'd be my preference. It'd be much warmer down here.
Yeah, and at least in the workshop area. I'm going to be performing an autopsy and trying to figure out how they what is the mechanism for them transitioning.
Okay.
Do you want me to drag them back to the workshop?
Nope, right here is fine.
But okay.
I mean, we can always just take a short rest while he's doing it.
I just meant it'd be easier by the fire, warmer.
I'm not actually cold at all.
Oh, that's absolutely good.
Do you need light?
No.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second here. See if this actually.
While
has
you're
something.
doing your autopsy, I'm gonna pull out of my bag all of the shit I stole from you, except the gold that got spent already. And Killian,
Home is
Yep.
cold.
this is some of your stuff that I
Read off to me what it is.
spider blood and venom, 2 face spider fangs, and a vial of cure-all.
Thanks. Do you want to hold on to many of it?
Well, I mean, I don't know what I'd do with spider blood and venom and spider fangs.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Do you want to hang on to the cure-all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need any help?
I wouldn't say no.
I can just be a. Excuse you.
Jeez, kid.
I can just be a blade. Not much for the inner workings and stuff, but
That's all right. I just would like to figure out how it is they phase in and out.
that's probably beyond me.
That's all right.
So, go ahead and
Probably want the other educated one.
make me. Make me a nature check.
If I have someone assisting me with my autopsy, do I have advantage?
I can do the cutting. Well, he offered to do any of the cutting that needed done. He doesn't know anything, but if he tells him where to cut and stuff, he can do really precise cuts.
You know what? I'll buy that. Yes.
That's gonna be 26.
26.
Nice.
Good. So as you sort of dig down through the anatomy of these spiders,
And that's
You
why I'm
find
not
the
doing it in the
babies.
living area.
you start to find weird spots where it looks like internal organs should be, but aren't. Several different, so like one of its hearts is not there. It's got a spot for two. One of them's there, one of them's not. One of its lungs is there, the other one's not, and it's opposite sides from the heart. Fully half of its stomach is not there. So you keep digging and you keep digging and you keep digging, and you finally find this one spot. It's sort of between its. It doesn't have a spine because it's an arachnid. Obviously, it's an invertebrate, but it's halfway between the sort of the stomach and its back, where there is a, for lack of a better word, it's just a nexus. And that spot is surrounded by sort of a calcified shell, and sort of emanating from that and sort of oozing out of it, flowing out of it, is part of the ethereal realm itself. And it looks like these creatures can sort of siphon that into places in their body that will then suck them into the ethereal plane. And then when they essentially breathe themselves into the ethereal plane and then breathe themselves back out. It's just like breathing.
Okay. Well, I would like to try and remove those nexi, and I will put them in lead boxes.
Okay, so...
Yep.
I will do the cutting.
Okay.
Medicine.
Yes, this is gonna... yes, this is gonna be a medicine check. That is not gonna be enough.
Mal disappears into the
So you're sort of guiding Mal, and on the first one, his blade sort of nicks the calcification, and the whole thing sort of sucks itself into the ethereal plane.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And then you go to the next one, and he starts cutting around it, and when he makes the final sort of incision and gets it free, all of the essence of the ether sucks back into it and just disappears.
Okay.
So it kind of appears like there's some symbiotic thing going on, and getting those out is just beyond your abilities at this point.
Cool.
I don't think it's gonna work. Sorry.
That was worth a shot.
You got one row, right? You got one though, right?
One of the
Necklace?
things? No.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh.
Nope, we lost both of them. It's alright though, because I know how it works now.
Okay.
How's that going to be helpful?
So should we go clean up then?
Yep.
Oh, she finally looks down Oh, yeah. That's probably good.
All right. So you guys head back up towards the campsite. By the time you get back there, you've probably been gone a good hour, hour 15 minutes. And Cabbage is just sort of pacing back and forth and getting a little antsy. Acherai, when you sort of walk into the light, Acherai sort of jumps up and rushes over to you. Are you okay?
I mean, I've been better, but I've definitely been worse.
He sort of looks you over. You're still down hit points, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's
I'm
actually
okay.
he's actually going to lay hands on you.
He's gonna lay hands on you.
I don't know how I feel about this.
And he's gonna pump eight
Points of healing.
8 points of
8
healing
damage.
into you. 8
Points
healing
of
damage
healing
into you.
damage.
So he's gonna give you back 8 hit points.
Looking much better now. I'm not quite back to full, but
Okay.
looking much better now.
And then he's gonna grab he's gonna rip a bit off the bottom of him and start wiping the blood and stuff off of.
So, I get what you're going for, and I'm just gonna reach in my bag and pull out some bandages, some rags.
Oh, that'll be better.
Like, winter clothes should probably not get ripped up for hygiene purposes. We came prepared. Ish.
And he's gonna continue with wiping the blood off and bandaging what he can.
So this stuff has already turned. It's more vinegar than it is alcohol. If you want to use that on some of the wounds to make sure they don't get infected.
Great. Okay. Sure, yeah.
He'll dab some on himself as well.
Okay. It does sting a little bit, obviously, but it does the
It's
job.
worse. That's fine. Like, she just kind of makes a little bit of a face, but
Probably does not smell good either.
well, now I smell like vinegar.
And Mizuki will go around and do some healing for you guys as well to get you guys back up. I assume she would do that because
One would assume.
One would hope.
healer.
Yes, one can hope.
And I think that's probably a good spot to stop. It's a little bit of a shorter session tonight, but we're also down some players, so we will call it quits here tonight. Thank you guys for jumping in. Nova, glad to see
Nova.
you. Chipper,
you.
Poser,
Miss
everybody who
you.
popped in. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for coming along with us. We will be back on the regular schedule again next week. And
Shall we
you
more
know-
rope here? I quit.
no, you can't quit.
Oh, okay.
Because you're fired.
Ow.
Anyway, we should be back on the regular schedule next
Get
week.
fired.
So Monday night, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Do join us, and we will pick up where we left off. Until then, remember everybody,
Grab your
bats and grab your balls.
and remember, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.